Hey everybody, it's Tim. Welcome back to another episode of Boone County Beekeeper. Now today is Saturday. It is the 16th day of November, and it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. Probably about 48, 50 degrees, somewhere in that area. Nobody's really flying. I see just a couple bees moving around here, but supposed to get sunny after a while, up in the 60s, so no doubt they'll be out here after a while. I come up really to change the battery on my fence, and didn't really plan on doing a video. I didn't bring my microphone, so I hope you can hear me. Didn't really plan on doing a video, but I thought, this will be a good time to show you a few things, and we'll talk just a little bit. Very important time right now. This weather, let me show you what we got here. This weather, if you know, has been really, really weird. Now, you can see here how I've got this. I've got it some insulation board around. Now, if you see, I have a crack right here. I do not have it, in there tight. I've got this ratchet strap on them. And if I put this strap on the outside, then every time I get in there, they'll be trying to fall apart. So that is more just a windbreak, as I told you the last time. It's just a windbreak. But one important thing, and I've showed you before, is like right here. We have our mouse guards. And you can see, kind of tough for them to get in and out, but they can maneuver through there real easy. But the thing is this time of year you get a lot of dead bees, and you got to be careful, guys, because when you get those dead bees, they will get hung up on that mouse guard if you're not careful. And you just got to be sure that their entrance is not blocked. Just check on them. Do a little visual inspection on each one, make sure everybody's doing good. And I do have upper entrances on these, and I have noticed several times they have been using the entrances pretty good on top. Now, one thing I didn't cover in the last video is this, and I wanted to show you this. If you will notice down here, I have a block of wood under each colony in the back. And why I do that, we've talked before, I want that to be slanted down, because any moisture that would come up and perhaps get on some of this stuff up top, it would run down that way, and it could have a way to get down on the front wall and then come down out of there. Now, let's talk about our season just for a minute. That's something we really haven't went through. If you remember now, started out bad. If you if you remember, it started out real bad, because what happened was I didn't have any bees. I lost everything last year, if you remember. And a buddy of mine, he gave me the swarm that we put in Old Glory right here, if you remember that. It was a swarm that had been in the box for at least a year. Survived a bear attack. Made it. They made it through. And let me tell you something. Once I got them in there, they made a lot of honey. Those bees have really done well. And if I can get them through this year, I'm excited to see what they will do this year. They've been some good bees, gentle bees. They've, all my bees right now have been fairly gentle, so that's good. So we call that Old Glory. And then we got into swarm season, if you remember. And swarm season was like nothing that I've ever seen before. It was crazy. I caught 9, gave several of them away. Every swarm that I caught was big. I mean, they was the biggest swarms that I've ever caught, with the exception of this one right here, number 26. And what happened on that one was it was a small swarm, and I think it was a virgin swarm, because forever I did not see a queen, didn't see any signs of a queen. I just gave him some time, never did see a virgin running around, for whatever reason, I got in there a few weeks later, and we had eggs and we had brood, and they have built up nicely. They've done really, really well. We caught this one down here on the end. Right here, we caught that one, if you remember, at my friend's house. We caught that in his backyard, if you remember. And those bees was a little bit aggressive, so we requeened them. And good bees now, real good bees. And they actually made some honey this year. They done really well. Big swarm, made some good honey. This one right here, if you remember, this is one that we call it the graveyard, where my mother was buried. Good bees. They made some honey. I pulled a few frames from them, but left everything pretty much on the colony. Good bees, really good bees. This one here is one that I caught in my backyard. I think that's the one that I did not requeen. If I'm thinking right, I have to go back and look. One of these two I requeened and one I didn't. I was a little concerned with that one. They started out slow, but boy, when she got in there and started doing her thing, she really kicked it up into high gear. They've done well, so real good. So if you remember, the first time that I've ever done it, we bought some bees. Never had bought a bee in my life. So we bought 2 nukes, if you remember, and one was some Italians. And if you remember, I put those in this fake apamay right here. And let me tell you, I've been impressed with that. I really have. They've done well. I see a bee coming out of there now. That box is extremely heavy. And buddy, let me tell you, those are Italians. They made a lot of honey this year. A lot. To be a nuke that I bought end of April, they really produce some honey, and that box is extremely heavy. Then also we bought some buckfast, if you remember, and we put those girls in this Hive IQ right here. Hive IQ, we know, is a polystyrene hive, and guys, I'm gonna tell you, I'll be honest with you, I didn't know what to expect. Didn't know if I'd like it or not. I do. I'm curious to see how they do this winter. I think they'll do well. The only gripe that I do have is not with the hive itself, it's with the company, Hive IQ. No feeder. You know, I mean, they've been promising a feeder forever, and they just keep setting the date back. Just keeps going back and down, or saying up in January. Well, that's no good. We need a feeder. We need some shims. We really do. So I did see somebody on Facebook that posted that Paradise Honey has a 9-frame feeder that will fit onto that Hive IQ, and I've already looked into getting one of those, but they are sold out at the present time. So they're supposed to send me an email when it becomes available. Whichever feeder becomes available first, I'm going to go ahead and get it. Now, I will say this, with the polystyrene, didn't know if I'd like it, really didn't, but I do, and here's why. Those bees have really done well, and I've not been in them a lot this year. Got a Mark Queen in there. Man, she has laid tons of brood all summer, and I went into winter here. I got a big truck coming. Hold on 1 second. Sorry guys, that's the problem with no microphone. I went in there and didn't really know what to expect with this polystyrene hive because I've never been around, but it's really done well. And what I have noticed with that is I could come up here and see very little activity at any of these colonies, but I always saw activity on that polystyrene. And I'm going to tell you, they have really done well. They have. They've really done good, and so I'm anxious to see if they make it through the winter, what kind of honey production we'll get from those girls this year. We've got a lot of traffic here today for some reason, so I want to show you something right here. So if you remember, that's all of our colonies, except for the one right here that we had in the little fake Apamay. Well, it's not, that's the Apamay 7-framer. And I had those in a 10-frame fake Apamay, and I got a little bit worried about the space. So I went ahead and I took them out and I put them over into this little 7-framer, hoping they'll make it through the winter. Now, I'm going to show you something here, guys. If you see here, got some dead bees right here. So you want to be sure you get those out of the way. I've got that choked down pretty good. You want to be sure that you get those dead bees out of the way. Make sure you're not clogging anything up. So that's where we're at. That's what we've got. Been a very good year. I'm anxious to see what this year here will hold. Right here, I'm going to put some more. I'll do it next week. Pollen sub. Right now, that's a very important thing. Let me put this lid back on. Pollen sub is a very important thing. And you know what? I've got some in my truck. I'll just go ahead and dump this out. We'll put some new in. But a very important thing. These girls, they need some pollen for sure. So we'll go over here to the truck. We'll get some more and put in. So guys, that was our season, and we had a good season. Now, don't forget, on the long hive, I've got some videos coming up starting in January, and that didn't go so well. Biggest swarm that I ever caught in my life. I put it into that long hive, as you'll see there in January. Requeened them. They done great for a while, but I didn't have any luck with them. So let's get some pollen sub. I want to talk to you about something else here. You know, this week here is, we got one more week, and then we're going to be into Thanksgiving, okay? I love Thanksgiving. I'm going to set you down just for a minute. This week here, we're getting into the holidays. This is Thanksgiving week coming up next week. So I love Thanksgiving, I really do. And very important time of year for me. It's probably, I've told you before, that's probably one of my favorite holidays. And you know, do we have anything to be thankful for? Well, you better believe we do. Guys, we got a lot to be thankful for. You know, if you are sitting there right now and you have got enough health in your body that you are watching this video, you've got a lot to be thankful for. You know, we like to cry and complain. We've got it so bad, and we feel bad, and we're in bad shape, and all you gotta do, guys, is just look around, and you'll always find somebody that's in worse shape than you are. So, yeah, we need to be thankful for sure. We should be thankful for everything in our lives. And one thing for sure is our family. If we're lucky enough that we still have our family, we should definitely be thankful. You know, I lost my mom, as I've told you, a couple years ago, and it's been hard. We were very close, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm so thankful that I had her for 55 years in my life. You know, there's a lot of people out there that can't say that. They can't say the same thing, so I'm thankful for that. Now today, my dad actually is coming down here in just a few minutes, and this week on Wednesday is his birthday, and he'll be 81 on his birthday. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that I still have him in my life. I've got a wonderful wife that I'm thankful for every day. My daughter and my granddaughter, this very week, she had to work, my daughter did, and she got off in the middle of the week and had a few days off. So she loaded the grandbaby up while her husband had to work, and she come to our house, and we had that grandbaby and my daughter for 2 nights, and I'll tell you, wonderful, and so thankful for that. I really am. But guys, I just want to say, and we got a lot to be thankful for. You know, I'm not in the best health in the world, but the good Lord has blessed me with enough health to get out here and talk to you guys, to keep these bees. Yeah, I mean, it gets tough at times, but we're blessed. We truly, truly are. You know, the Bible, it tells us to look not upon our own things, but look upon things of others. And that's not telling us to get out there and be nosy and be a busybody and, you know, look down on people. That's not what it's saying. We should look upon others, and if they need help, guys, we need to help them. You know, we're so blessed in this country that we live in, and yeah, it's been a mess. I know it, but I think it's going to get better. It's been a mess, and you can look around, you can see people that are hurting. You know, maybe somebody needs some food, a loaf of bread, some water, anything. Maybe all they might need is somebody to talk to, and maybe a hug. You know, so we can do a lot for each other. But we need to be mindful of those people, and we need to look upon them. We do. So I see my dad coming now. So I'm going to get off my soapbox here, and we'll kind of go from there. So guys, I'm going to tell you, have a happy Thanksgiving. Get out there and check your bees. See what they're doing, how they're acting. Now, I've got some really bad weather coming here this week. There's just some very high winds, so that's one reason I come up and I unblocked the polystyrene hive and this 2 apimays. I set them down in the back because they're a little slick where they're made out of different material. I don't want them to fall off. So we'll see what happens. Now, if you are lucky enough to be off work, and for this week, I hope you have a good week. I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. You take care of each other. Get out there and see if you can help somebody, guys. Do it. It'll make you feel good, and it'll come back on you. You'll be blessed for it, trust me. So until next time, this is Tim, the Boone County Beekeeper. I'd like to say, God bless you. God bless your family. God bless your bees. I hope you and your family's well. I hope your bees are well. And I hope you have a wonderful holiday. I do. I hope if you get time to spend time with your family, do that. That'll be time that you'll remember the rest of your life. And don't fight with each other. Love one another and take care of one another. So we'll be back on here in a few weeks. We'll come back up. I'm going to come up next week and get Lord will, I'm going to try to give these girls an oxalic acid treatment again. We've hit them hard. They seem to be doing well. The weather's been crazy, but it's about ready to turn, I believe. So we'll see what happens. So guys, until next time, this is Tim, the Boone County Beekeeper. Thanks for stopping by.